What's up, future millionaires? It's Mike the Investor. Now, in this video, I want to dive into the key details of 5 key partnerships that happened in 2021 for the Stellar Lumens blockchain. Now, if you're one of those people that like looking at the key details of partnerships, then this video is for you. But before we dive into it, definitely take advantage of grabbing some free Bitcoin by using the Voyager and BlockFi link down below. And there are other useful crypto tools in the description as well. But enough talking. Let's jump into it. Alright, crypto investors, welcome back to the channel. Now, the 5 key partnerships that we're going to be diving into in this video is going to be the USDC and Stellar partnership. Secondly, is going to be the Tala and 𝗧𝗓 joint partnership that is supported by Circle and Stellar. Thirdly, we're going to dive into the Wyre partnership as well. Fourthly will be MoneyGram, and then the 5th partnership is going to be Tala itself joining the Stellar blockchain. And so we're going to be also looking at these in the order that these was announced for Stellar as well. There are timestamps down below, of course, if you do want to look at some specific parts in this video. But before we dive into it, this video is brought to you by 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗏𝗧𝗏, a platform where investors can invest in cryptocurrency and precious metals completely tax-free 24/7, 365, and our Roth IRAs as well as our traditional IRAs. Now, as for the cryptocurrency that 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏 offers, you can see they have a lot of the big names in the cryptocurrency space today that we can invest in and save on our capital gain taxes. And lastly, but certainly not least about 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏 is their cold storage security, which is Coinbase Custody and Curve, which are top players in the space today. Now, if you would like to use 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏 and get 1 month free and check it out for yourself, use the 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏 link down below and use the promo code Mike the Investor, all one word. Alright, future millionaires, so now that you know how to invest in cryptocurrency completely tax-free and save on those capital gain taxes, let's dive into the partnership that kind of kicked everything off for the payment infrastructure as well as Stellar Lumens. Now, this partnership is going to be USDC and 𝗧𝗓. This has nothing to do with Stellar, but this is going to kick things off, as you're going to see as we continue in the video. So let's check it out. And so the headline of this press release from Team Circle itself, it says Circle announces partnership with 𝗧𝗓 to bring the benefits of stablecoins to businesses worldwide. And this came out December 3rd, 2020, so the end of last year. And so I just want to move down just a little bit. You can see here's the picture of the partnership between the two, and we can see Circle today announced a partnership with 𝗧𝗓 that will enable businesses around the world to take advantage of the combined strength of the USD coin USDC, a fully reserved digital dollar stablecoin supported across multiple public blockchains and 𝗧𝗓's global payments platform and network. And so this is the partnership that kind of kicked everything off, for Stellar and other payment things, as you're going to see as we continue. So let's look at the main first partnership that happened in February of this year, which is Stellar and the USDC coin being supported. Let's check it out. And as the headline says, USDC is live on the Stellar network. We can see the date is February 2nd. I think I said February 3rd, so I got it off by 1 day. So let's move down just a little bit. This is the only part really I have highlighted for this, because this is really all we need to know. And so Circle and Stellar Development Foundation, also known as SDF, announced today that the USDC is live on the Stellar network. At launch, Stellar USDC is immediately available on Stellar's decentralized exchange, accessible to any Stellar account through integrated wallets. And so we can see that the USDC coin is now supported since February earlier this year on the Stellar blockchain. That is massive. Now let's dive into the second partnership and kind of look at the key details. And this is Tala and 𝗧𝗓 has a joint partnership that is now connected to Circle and Stellar. You're going to actually see what I mean by this. So let's dive into it. And so the headline for the Stellar.org press, it says Tala and 𝗧𝗓 partner on solution for underbanked, supported by Circle and Stellar. Let's go ahead and move down a little bit. And so we can see that Tala and Visa announced a new partnership that will look to bring blockchain solutions to emerging markets and expand access to financial services. And so let's kind of look at what this actually means. And so by integrating with Circle and Stellar, Tala customers will have access to USDC and Tala's digital wallet, enabling secure and stable storage of money, fast and affordable cross-border money transfers, and easy exchange into other digital assets or local fiat. The partnership will also enable Tala to offer Visa cards linked to Tala's digital wallet, giving the customer a seamless way to spend against their USDC balance at any of the 70 million merchants worldwide that accept Visa. And so right there gives us the key details of that partnership, which I think is massive as well for Stellar. And we're also going to be diving into, if you're unfamiliar, who is Tala. Tala is right now the largest financial platform for the unbanked in the world. And we're going to dive into a little bit of who they are as well before we dive into the 5th partnership. And so now let's dive into the 3rd partnership, which is Wyre and Stellar. And we actually have a little bit more to cover in this press release. So let's check it out. And so the headline says the company Wyre announces new savings API powered by Stellar Network. And we can see this came out June 3rd, 2021. And I don't think I specified the date of the last partnership, but as you can see, May 5th, which is 1 month before this Wyre partnership. So as we can see, let's go ahead and move down a little bit further. We can see expanding services enable global fintechs to offer savings accounts in Stellar USDC with several times the earnings rate compared to traditional US dollar accounts. This is big. And so let's go ahead and move down and look at the key details of this. And so Wyre, a leading blockchain payments company, announced Wyre Savings API, where fintechs can access yield earning savings products leveraging Stellar USDC. And these Wyre Savings APIs will offer annual yield as well. And so the new Savings API comes on the heels of a $5 million investment by the Stellar Development Foundation Enterprise Fund and Wyre earlier this year. Now, enterprises, Stellar ecosystem partners, and institutions will have access to Stellar-based assets like USDC, Savings API, and then also earning and Wyre savings accounts are paid out monthly and compound in value. So Wyre does not charge a fee for on-ramping fiat value via ACH to savings wallets. And so let's move down a little bit further here. We have a little bit more to cover. And so we can see with the Savings API, we are giving fintechs faster access to deposits and the confidence of doing business with a licensed money transmitter. And so we can also see that Wyre's industry-leading payment APIs, including its savings functionality, provide a simple on and off ramps to Stellar USDC, a high value offerings to partners in developing countries. And the last section of this partnership, it says with more than 5 billion in transfers executed since 2013, Wyre offers an advanced portfolio of financial services to individual, businesses, and enterprise clients, including fiat to crypto, on-ramps, payouts, compliance, crypto wallet infrastructure, foreign exchange, and saving accounts. Now, as part of the Stellar ecosystem, Wyre operates in 50 countries and is licensed money transmitter in 27 of the US states. And so by looking at the details between the Stellar and the Wyre partnership, we can see that Wyre is no small fry. They operate in 50 countries, and they also have, a license to operate in 27, states here in the US, which I'm sure that will increase in the future. So we can see just off of the first 3 partnerships we looked at, the potential is starting to unfold for Stellar Lumens. So let's dive into the 4th and most popular partnership that was announced recently in October, which was the MoneyGram partnership. So if you heard of it but haven't looked at the details, we're going to dive into that right now. So the headline of this press article says, MoneyGram announces innovative partnership with the Stellar Development Foundation to utilize blockchain technology. And we can see the date October 6th. So this is still fairly recent news. And so let's go ahead and move down a little bit. It has a few different headlines. And so the partnership will enable digital wallets to connect to the Stellar network to access MoneyGram's global retail platform, providing a bridge to digital assets and local currencies for consumers. It also says the partnership will also revolutionize settlement flows by facilitating near instant settlement in USDC. And so let's go ahead and move down and kind of look at the key details of this. And so we can see that MoneyGram network is integrated with the Stellar blockchain and facilitated through Circle USD coin USDC, will enable cash funding and payout in local currencies for consumers using the USDC stablecoin, as well as near instant back settlement capabilities. Now for consumers, the partnership will provide the ability to seamlessly convert USDC to cash or cash to USDC. Now, this will increase the utility and liquidity of digital assets while also enabling more consumers to participate in the digital economy. Now, this partnership also revolutionized the settlement process. For the first time, settlement with MoneyGram will occur in near real time using Circle USDC. So listen to what MoneyGram has to say right here. It says, at MoneyGram, one of our top strategic priorities is a pioneer cross-border payment innovation and blockchain-enabled settlement. And it says they are thrilled to now work with the Stellar Development Foundation to further their efforts. So we have a little bit left to color here in this MoneyGram partnership. I'm not going to read this part, but you can pause the screen if you do want to look at this. But one thing I want to highlight, you can see the United Texas Bank will serve as a settlement bank between Circle and MoneyGram. That's big. And they say we are pleased to play an integral part in completing the settlement process by working on the first of a kind direct USDC to USD settlement within a bank regulatory framework. And we can see that this partnership is scheduled to go live in select markets this year in 2021, with further international rollout planned in 2022. And so we can see so much is starting to unfold, definitely in the short term, also in the short to the long term for Stellar Lumens. And so now we're going to be diving into the fifth partnership, and this is with Tala itself joining the Stellar network. Now, the second partnership, there was a Tala and Visa partnership that joined the Stellar network supported by Circle, but this is just Tala itself. But before we actually look at the details of that fifth partnership, let's dive into who exactly is Tala. Alright, and this article is coming from the Tala blog website itself. And so let's go ahead and move down. You can see the headline is Tala raises 145 million Series E to become the largest financial platform for the global underbanked. That's massive. And so as you can see, the date here, October 14th, 2021. And so let's move down a little bit. At Tala, it says they are working to build the world's most accessible financial services. More than 6 million people have used our app to pursue their financial goals with confidence, all from their phone. And so it says together they have borrowed more than 2.7 billion across Kenya, the Philippines, Mexico, and India to start and expand small businesses and manage day-to-day needs. And so we can also see that more than 12,000 people sign up for Tala every day. That's growth. And so the last part here, check the details on this. Today we are proud to announce a 145 million Series E fundraise led by Upstart with participation from Stellar Development Foundation. Now, Stellar also invested 40 million out of this 145 million fund, but also I highlighted not only did Stellar invest in Tala, but look at this, PayPal Ventures and others. But I wanted to highlight PayPal, and this was a total of 350 million. And so this is pretty big. So not only did Stellar invest a lot of money, PayPal invested. Now, it is unknown how much PayPal invested, but PayPal is a major player in the financial payment infrastructure. And for them to invest in Tala, this tells me that Tala is onto something, and they're most likely here to stay. And so let's go ahead and look at the key details of Tala joining the Stellar network. And so the headline of this press article coming from Stellar, it says Tala joins the Stellar ecosystem to build out digital banking capabilities. Let's go ahead and move down, and we can see this came out October 14th. And so approximately 2 billion people remain unbanked or underbanked across the world. This is why we are pleased to announce that the Stellar Development Foundation has made a $40 million investment through its enterprise fund as part of a $145 million Series E round in Tala. And this is the details that we just took a look at on this article here. Today we are proud to announce a $145 million Series E fund led by 𝗪𝗧𝗏 and Stellar. And we can see, as I mentioned, the PayPal investment as well. But out of that 145, Stellar invested 40 million themselves. And so let's move down to the last key part, of this partnership. All right, and so as we can see, this is Series E investment round led by 𝗪𝗧𝗏 with support Tala's product expansion as the team builds our digital banking capabilities. Tala user will be able to borrow, spend, save, invest, send, receive entirely using Stellar assets and stablecoins like Stellar USDC. Also, it says this is the world's largest investment to date since launching the enterprise fund in the fiscal year in 2024, the Stellar Development Foundation. We can see more than doubling the total funding so far in 2021. With this investment, the Stellar network extends its global reach deeper into 4 countries and millions of Tala users. You can see this is why I showed you the partnership at the very beginning with the USDC and Visa, and then we went into the 5 partnerships because USDC and Visa really kind of kicked off everything, for Stellar and other blockchains and other things that are being implemented in the payment infrastructure today for crypto. And so let's do a quick recap on the 5 partnerships that we covered. And so the first partnership for Stellar was USDC being supported on the Stellar blockchain. The second partnership was Tala and Visa had a joint partnership where they will allow Tala customers to utilize USDC to make payments through Visa merchants. The third partnership was Wyre and Stellar, where Wyre has chosen to use the Stellar blockchain to implement savings accounts through APIs and other things. The fourth partnership was MoneyGram, of course, which is choosing Stellar to help implement cross-border payments in real time. And last but not least, we have the fifth partnership, which is Tala and Stellar, where Tala is going to be using the Stellar blockchain and network to implement digital banking capabilities for their customers to the unbanked. And as we saw, Tala right now is the largest financial platform for the underbanked, and they chose Stellar to partner with. So this is massive in my opinion, and we could just see the full potential that is unfolding for the Stellar blockchain. Now there are more partnerships that's happened as well, but these are just 5 key partnerships that I wanted to talk about that I truly think is going to raise the value of Stellar Lumens. And so after looking at all of that, what is your take on Stellar? What do you think about the Stellar Lumens blockchain after kind of seeing the details and everything that's going to be integrated and being implemented using Stellar? So after discussing everything in this video, now you have a good idea on what's coming in the future for the Stellar project. And so we can see we have a pretty bright future if you are a holder of Stellar Lumens, which is why you're probably watching this video, or you're thinking about getting some more knowledge on the project, which is hopefully you gain some value from it. And so if you did gain some value, most importantly, definitely smash the like button. Also share this out with someone you know. It really helps out the channel. And if you stuck with me this far, I want to say thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate it. And so if you haven't connected with me on my social platforms, on Twitter or Instagram, definitely consider connecting with me at Mike the Investor, and also be mindful of the spam accounts out there. Please be careful, and if you can, please report it as well when you see it to help everyone stay safe. But that is all I got for you. Remember to stay inspired, stay motivated, always invest in yourself, and I'm out.